Okay, guys, so what I want to talk about today, getting away from, the typical workout regimen and nutrition and all that stuff, is we're going to talk about the mental capacity and the mindset that a lot of people in this industry have right now. A big issue that I'm seeing is that a lot of people can't take time away from the gym. It stresses them out. They can't physically take a few days off and be okay with it. It literally is a stressor in them to think that they're going to miss the gym, or if they miss a meal. It just sets these cascades of negative thoughts in their head, and obviously that affects you in a perceived way, like perceived stress, and it's not a good thing. It's not healthy. So that is something I'm seeing that's really common right now, and it's kind of sad, but I understand it. I'm talking from experience. I've been there. Trust me. When I first started competing, my mindset was that I had to do everything in my power to make sure that I had, everything lined up perfectly as far as my meals, eating exactly every 2 hours, or making sure that I didn't ever miss a workout, or if it was a cardio session, whatever it was. And I would never go on vacation and enjoy my life because I was afraid that, it would hinder my results and hinder my goals to be, the best competitor that I could be. And that's very common in this industry. And even in people that don't compete. But I've been there. I've done that. And I had this kind of revelation one time with a past mentor of mine that literally told me to take a whole week off. This was on my birthday. Don't count your macros. Don't worry about if you're training. He said, just trust me and take the break. And then, come back and report after your break. And it was in Vegas. So I did that because I trusted him. And I come back and I didn't gain any weight. It felt really, really good to just shut off mentally and not think about anything to do with fitness. Now, I didn't go out and binge and do anything, stupid like that. I ate maybe 2 meals, 3 meals a day. If I wanted something, I would have it. I ate pretty good quality foods, and I just hung out with my friends and enjoyed my time away. I came back refreshed physically, of course, but really, really refreshed mentally and ready to get back to, my structure and everything that I would typically do. That kind of had the light bulb go off in my head, realizing that taking time away from the gym, away from even if it's your nutrition and not counting things constantly is needed. You need that mental flexibility in your life. It's awesome to be disciplined with things that you do, and I'm all about that, but you don't and never should become dependent on the gym and having to be exact on your macros and taking your scale with you everywhere that you go. It is absolutely not needed. And that's from firsthand experience and from hundreds of clients that I've coached, high-end athletes, NBA players, nationally qualified competitors, IFBB pros. So I understand the mentality, and it's awesome to be disciplined, but don't let it take over your life. You need to be able to take the time away from going to the gym and be okay with it. For long-term progression, yes, you absolutely need the physical rest as well. I mean, that will play dividends in your long-term capacity to do this and train until you're, 70, 80 years old. So it will absolutely help with the physical aspect, but more so the mental, to be able to relax, enjoy your life. There is more to life than building tons of muscle and, being shredded to the bone. Your life shouldn't be about that. It can be a part of your life, and it's great, but it needs to bring something positive and not have any negative outcomes. So if you are in that mindset that you can never take time away, then you need to rethink things and take a step back and realize and think about what life is really about. And, you know, do you actually have hobbies outside of the gym? Because many people don't. You know, when I ask people what their hobbies is in my seminars, I go to the gym to work out. Well, no, you need something completely away from that. So that's one thing you can do. Find something that you enjoy doing that has nothing to do with fitness. So you really need to be flexible in that, because it will wreck yourself long term physically as well, because that perceived stress that you have, stress is stress. So if you're getting stressed out because you missed one meal, or if you missed one training session, that is not good, because it will impact. I've talked about it 100 times on how stress is like the biggest thing in most people's lives that's killing their progress. So imagine that you have that stress all the time, and the stressor is if you miss a workout and having to work out. You have to work out all the time. That will obviously cause insulin resistance. It can cause high inflammation, chronic inflammation, impede your recovery, and it will impede your progress long term. So it will benefit you absolutely physically. But again, you need that balance between mental and physical. It's not one or the other. You need them both, obviously. But you got to be right up here for you to have a quality life and enjoy your life. So I absolutely prescribe this to clients. I tell them to take time away. You know, if we're switching phases, you know, I'll have them take a few days off. There would be a few times during the year that I tell them to take a whole week off. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it could be every 16 weeks, you know, take a whole week off of training and not counting your macros. There's nothing wrong with that. It is not going to hurt your progress. And that's when you know you have, you know, that stability mentally too, when you're going on vacation and you're not making it just about food and binging 24/7, because it's not what it's about. It's about relaxing, shutting your mind down, and enjoying yourself. Have stuff here and there if you want it, that's fine. But if you're truly living a healthy lifestyle, you know, you're going to automatically just choose healthier foods most of the time anyways when you're on vacation, and have some, you know, fun foods here and there, you know, while you're away as well. There's nothing wrong with that. But guys, you gotta have, you know, people don't like the word balance, but I like it in the sense of you got to know when to relax and when to, you know, go all out in the gym. And don't think that it's a bad thing if you have to take, you know, a few days away from the gym, or if you're going on vacation, don't feel bad that you're going to regress, because you're not. It's not the way it works. If you don't work out for a week, you're not going to lose your muscle. It's just not the way it works. You know, you can talk about the muscle memory, but it's really, you know, myonuclei in the muscle, if you want to get technical. But it's not going to happen. Don't threat. You're not going to lose your muscle. You're not going to get fat. So be able to relax, enjoy time with friends, enjoy time with family throughout the year, and make the most of your life, because you only get one. So you want it to be as much quality as possible.